Howdy, Simmers. For those who are unaware, I'm currently doing the 100 Baby Challenge, and the house that my family is living in currently is really small, and we have the Quake Zone lot trait, so this house is really not meant to raise 100 kids. And so I decided I wanted to build them a new one, so that way we had everything that we would need, because frankly, we also don't have the money to keep buying what we need when we need it. So it's better to just have it all there and be ready. So let me show you what I did with this new house. So this was probably my second or third attempt at building this house. I built this on stream, which if you ever want to come hang out with us on stream, my Twitch is twitch.tv/TheSimmingKoalaa. I don't do a lot of Sims on Twitch, but every now and then I do go into The Sims 4 and do some building for you guys live. And this house honestly took me forever. It took like 3 hours to build. So most of my builds, I think, usually only take 2 hours, so this took some extra time. But I don't know, I was really picky with this house for some reason, and that's why it took me so long, because I was just struggling to pick out, like, what wallpaper I wanted to use, which I have that issue all the time, but it's never been this bad. So the tactic that I used to build this house, you may have seen all these little, like, boxes just like individually. I was trying to keep track of what all I needed. So I needed 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. So I had kind of set them off to the side just so I could get an idea of like the sizes of everything and what all I needed and make sure I had everything. So that is a new thing for me. I've never actually done that before, but most of the time when I'm building houses, I just kind of go along. I don't ever really have a plan in mind, but for this, I knew what I was going to need, and that kind of made it a bit harder for me. But, so yeah, it had 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, and honestly, I think it came out really nice. So, what I am doing here, I actually used, I think, medium wall height on the bottom. I am someone who typically only uses the small height. I don't know why, but I think it just looks better. But my original plan for this was actually to have it all be on one floor, because I figured that would make it easier to keep track of everyone. But the lot that I put this on, which is in Willow Creek, is not a very big lot, honestly. And I figured the teens and the kids really don't need that much attention, because the only way to age them up like really quick is by getting them to an A grade in school. It's the infants and toddlers that really need attention, so it's easier to have them downstairs and then have the teens and the kids upstairs. So yeah, we have 2 bedrooms upstairs and 2 bedrooms downstairs. So Kala, who is our baby mama, our matriarch for this challenge, she is upstairs as well. And then the teens and the kids room is like right across the way. And then downstairs right next to each other is the infants room and the toddler room. So I cut out a lot of my footage of me actually trying to figure out the wallpaper stuff for outside, because that's really where I was struggling for a while. But I don't know, I just have such a problem with doing these like exterior stuff. I'm not an exterior person. So I'm very much someone who enjoys furnishing builds as opposed to actually like creating them. I love building, don't get me wrong. But I always struggle with trying to put the exterior together, because I don't know what looks nice. I don't know how to pair like different wall textures like stone and siding. I'm working on it, but it's not my like area of expertise. So yeah, but I am really happy with how this build actually came out. I think the pressure of me doing it on stream added to why it took so long, because I think I've mentioned before that like I have found in my own time that like when I'm not recording or streaming my builds, they actually come out a lot better. Like my best builds are always when I'm just building for myself without the pressure of anyone actually watching it. So I think that's part of why this took me so long. But I fell in love with this like green and brown color scheme, and so I just kind of went along with it. In the end, I think it definitely worked, and I'm really happy with it. So yeah, I have no clue how much this cost me, but, and you guys are gonna hate me for this, the plan for this is to just move the family into the house and like free real estate it. So we honestly don't have the money to do anything. We don't have the money to move. We don't have the money to really buy anything. But it's a little bit cheaty, I know, and I'm sorry for that. But I can't do the challenge if I don't have a place to raise the kids and actually do the challenge. And if we don't have money, then I can't do that either. So that's kind of a problem because we were actually losing money in my game right now. It's not good. We have to keep buying beds and we don't have the space for it. And oh man, that's really why I made this house, was just so we could have all of these rooms and we can get all the beds that we need. And I don't have to worry about buying anymore when the kids are aging up. So yeah, for the living room, I don't know. I was feeling the patterns today, which is really weird. Like, I am not someone who ever uses the patterned wallpaper in the game. I just don't know how to make it look good most of the time. It's just too much for me. I prefer very plain, very simple. And for whatever reason with this house, I was like, let's just go all out and have some fun. We'll use a patterned wallpaper. It's going to be great. And honestly, I had a lot of fun with it. So maybe I should start using patterned wallpapers more often. The one that I used, I believe, is from Cottage Living. So I'm not entirely sure about that, but I loved the green color of it and it was so good. I cut out a lot of the footage of the kitchen because it took me forever to pick out some kitchen cabinets. Like, I went through my custom content as well, and it was a struggle for real. I had this little pop-out that I ended up actually getting rid of, kind of. It's still on the house, but I just kind of closed it off so that way the kitchen would be flat. But I was really trying to make that bump out work as some kind of useful space, and it just did not look good. So I got rid of it. And I did remember to put a trash can in, so you're welcome for that. I say you're welcome as if you guys can access this on the gallery. You can, unfortunately. Most of the time when I do builds, I do try to keep in mind that, like, I will probably put this on the gallery and make it available for everyone. But I have a lot of custom content in my game, and I wanted to use it. So it's not available on the gallery for you guys just because I don't know what custom content I have, and I wouldn't be able to tell you guys what all I used, unfortunately. So if you tried to download the house, a lot of stuff would probably be missing. So sorry about that, but it's fine. Maybe one day I will do a version of this without the custom content. But I think that the custom content really brought it together. So I'm happy with it. And I'm sorry if you guys can't use the house. But, okay. I don't know. I think it's too early for me to be, like, fully recording. I'm not in the proper mindset. But, yeah. I mean, all we're doing is furnishing this. I brought out the OMSP shelf because apparently a lot of stuff does not snap to the shelf, and it's very annoying. That little planter that I put up there does not snap to shelves, and that's really annoying, and I have no clue why it doesn't, but I had to bring it up for that, especially because, oh my gosh. And then it wouldn't unsnap from the OMSP shelf, and I was like, are you kidding me? And the OMSP shelf is also known as the red shelf. It's a very useful tool, and I love it so much. The living room. I continue on with the green and brown theme for basically this entire open space, and that kind of changes throughout the house. But I think everything flowed together really nicely, so it took me a while to pick out some seating that I wanted, and then I settled on this one collection. I believe it's by maybe My Cup of CC? I don't even remember. But yeah, I love that living room so much. It's kind of on the small side, but I think it's really cozy, and I really like it. So, there we go. And then I had to, of course, make sure that we had stuff for the younger generations. So, I do remember to grab some high chairs when we get to the bathrooms. I do at some point remember that I need toddler potties, so those will make it into there eventually. But yeah, curtains I kind of struggled with, which is why I end up skipping over it, actually. But I do eventually find some that I think kind of work with the space. And overall, I think that this entire first area came out really nicely. So I'm really happy with it, and I can't wait to move my Sims into it. When I was building this on stream, by the way, I had someone make a comment of like, what if my Sim doesn't end up liking this house? I was like, well, then I'm going to be very mad because I spent a lot of time on this house, and if she thinks it's poorly decorated, I'll fight. But I can't actually find a virtual character, so that's the problem. So moving on to the bathrooms, everything actually is like a copy and paste of each bathroom because we have three of them. So I figured that we would just use the same stuff all throughout the house, and that makes it a little bit easier for me to kind of get the bathrooms done just by reusing the same appliances and such. But I think all of them look really nice, honestly. So for this first one, I don't know, I don't know what color that tile is. The kind of like dark bluish, almost dark teal color with this like kind of browny, almost copper tone maybe of the robe that I hung up. I don't know. It kind of looks good together, and now I'm like, is blue and copper like a good combination? I'm experimenting with color combinations apparently for this build. But yeah. So I even remembered to get a little like plunger toilet kit in each bathroom, so I thought that would be a fun addition even though they don't actually do anything. But yeah. So when we get to the upstairs, the hallway, I kind of ran out of ideas by that point, so there's not really much up there, but I do have a little like couch at the end of the hallway. So that way you can have a little seating area for the kids to like chat and such. But yeah, this bathroom upstairs, I figured would be a bathroom that would be shared by Kala as well as the kids and teens. So I wanted to kind of clutter it a little bit more, but not make it like entirely messy. But we have like 3 rolls of empty toothpaste. So I was like, that's a nice little detail, just having empty toothpaste on a counter because the kids are really messy and all that. So that one counter is just the kids' corner of all their random stuff, I suppose. But yeah, I say the one difference that I had between these bathrooms, other than, you know, adding counters to this, is that some of the bathrooms have these little like storage kind of closet things in them, and they're not the same ones on both things, but I figured it'd be a nice little detail just to have some extra like storage. Now, this room here is our office slash like skill building kind of area. I put a couple of computers and an easel because Kala does do painting to make her money, and also kind of writing. And I put 2 computers in here because I figured one would be for Kala to work on her books, and the other one would probably be for like a kid or a teen, whichever wanted to just like play video games or something, because you know someone always wants to use the computer. But yeah, I also include a bookshelf in here and a chess table because I feel like a chess table is very much needed. So I think we do have to get the logic skill up at one point for the kids to actually be able to age up, or at least for the teens. I don't know. But it just seemed like a good thing to have, so this is our office-y space, and I think it came out really nice. It's a small area, but it definitely works. So, yeah. In the backyard, when we get to that, I do put the toddler tent out there, slash, I guess, kid tent. I wanted to fit it inside the house, but really there was nowhere that I could put it inside the house, which is why it's out in the backyard. But I did go ahead and put toddler potties in both of these downstairs bathrooms because I figured if someone is using one of the bathrooms, it'd be nice to have toddler potties in maybe a different bathroom so you can still do potty training while someone's maybe showering. So just as a way to kind of make it a little bit easier for us to get our stuff done, because unfortunately with the 100 baby challenge, one of the skills that we have to get toddlers to complete essentially is the potty skill. And it sucks. It takes a very long time. So yeah. I didn't put a lot of effort into the infant's room or the toddler room. I just made sure we had a lot of beds. Because, like I said before, beds are expensive and they take away a lot of our money. And as we have more kids and they age up, we have to get new beds. So we have to spend a lot of money, and we just don't have the money for that. So we have enough beds, hopefully. We shouldn't have more than like 3 or 4 younger kids at a time, really. I don't imagine we would have like 4 infants at once or like 6 toddlers. I hope we don't have 6 toddlers. Oh my gosh. If we ever come to a point in this challenge where I have 6 toddlers, then I'm probably slacking, and that's not a good thing. But I made sure that we had plenty of beds for each thing. Now the kids room slash teen room only has 4 beds in total, so that's like 2 beds for kids and 2 beds for teens, which might be a problem, but I don't know. We'll see. I wanted to fit more beds in, but I didn't really think that this space was big enough for that. So I experimented a little bit though with maybe trying to get the beds to face the other way and see, but that just made it kind of look ridiculous. So I just stuck with the 4 beds and it'll be fine. So hopefully by the time that we do have that problem, if ever, we have a little bit more money and then maybe we can try to get some more beds, but I don't think it's happening. Moving on to the final bedroom. This bedroom is Koala's, and it's very plain and simple, so I don't know. I didn't try to make it like a very romantic place. The idea is functionality, while still making it look nice. It doesn't have to be like super romantic or anything. So, it's just a pretty room. So there we go. But I am happy with how this house came out in the end. By the time that I actually like kind of got to the end, I was exhausted. So I don't put a lot of effort into the outside like landscaping. We already know I'm bad at landscaping. I did not try to put effort into that really. I put a few trees down. I put like one single path down and I called it a day. So yeah, here we are with the landscaping, but let's go ahead and jump into game and I will show you this for what it actually is as the finished product. Okay, so first of all, I guarantee that my commentary was a mess. I'm sorry. I'm tired. It's early in the morning. But this is the house, and it's not the best lighting. It's Willow Creek. I don't think any of us really expect it to have the best lighting. But, yeah, okay. Now, I thought that the mailbox was floating for a second, but no, it's just because it's, like, slightly off the path. But this is the front of the house, and I didn't end up doing anything with this front porch, so it's just kind of there. If anyone has ideas for what to do with it, let me know. But we are going to very slowly move into the inside of the house. But you come in here, and we have the living room over here, which I am obsessed with. Like I said, it's very small, but really cozy, and I really like it. And there should actually be basically enough seating for everyone in here. I still have my household limit set to 8 Sims, so this should fit like 7 people, which is a pretty good amount of seating, I would say. But we have the dining room over here, and I love these little like wicker chairs from, I believe this is from Growing Together. And it took me forever to pick out a rug to go under there because of the wicker with all the patterns. It just looked really weird. I needed something plain and simple, so there's that. Over here is our kitchen. And I ended up changing the swatch of that rug from what it was originally. I think you saw that in the video, but it may have been going too fast. But I had originally had it as this like black and white, and then when I was really getting into the brown and green theme, and I added that rug over there, I was like, you know what, I need something that kind of flows a little bit more, and so I switched it to the brown. We have over here the little high chairs, so only a couple of them. I wanted to put 3, but I didn't think that we really have the space for them because of that door there. Into the office, so it's a very small space, but we have the bookshelf, we have the 2 computers, and then the chess table over here, and I think it's really nice. This is our first bathroom, so we have a couple toddler potties, and we have this over here, and this is that like coppery color I was talking about. It's maybe more of like a brownish, well, maybe more of an orangish brown. So, I don't know, but I thought it looked really nice. So, bathroom number 1, and then all the way over here, we have bathroom number 2. I thought it would be good to have 2 bathrooms down here, because I imagine this is where people would be hanging out most of the time. So we have a few more toddler potties, and yeah, the bathrooms really aren't anything special. They're all kind of the same. In here, we have the infant's room. So, and I don't actually have a newborn room in this house, so I don't have anywhere to put the bassinets at the moment, but that's fine. They're only the bassinet babies for a day, so it doesn't really matter. But I got a changing table in here and 3 cribs, and then we have a playmat in here, so that way they can get their fine motor skills up. And then over here we have the toddler room. So we have 4 of these toddler beds here, another changing table, another playmat, because I figured, you know, if we're focusing on one baby, another one could be focused in here, like looking at toys or something, so we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, essentially. And I also put down a few of the Wabbit tablets, because those come in handy really easily. Oh, I just noticed that the door is, like, slightly covered by the bed. I will have to fix that. It should be okay, though. Alright, let's go ahead and head upstairs. Alright, so, like I said, not much happening with this hallway, but I got the little decoration boxes over here, just so we could have some stuff for, like, holidays. We have a piano down here, and then just a thing of seating, so you can literally, like, stare at the bathroom door. Great view, right? I didn't know what else to do with this hallway, really. So, if anyone has ideas for that, let me know. But this is our master bedroom. And it's not really anything special, but I think it's really nice. It's simple. It gives me minimalist vibes. Except for maybe the closet there, because it looks like it is full of stuff, but I don't know. I like it. Over here is our last bathroom, which is a little bit on the skinny side because we have the counters here. But I really like this. So I think this is probably my favorite bathroom in the house just because it has a little bit more to it. So over here for our final room is the teen and kids room, which I did make sure that I put some night lights in here so that way we could avoid monsters and such. But honestly, this room is really nice. It's really colorful, which I really like. And then here is the backyard. That we have a pool, we have a little like outdoor eating section for a grill. Here is that little tent I was talking about. I just stuck it in the corner over here. Fit pretty nicely. We have the outdoor trash can. And that is the house. So, as you can see, I got lazy with the landscaping for sure. There's only a few trees. This is the only path. But I think that this came out really, really nicely. So, this is also one of the bigger houses that I've built, but I really like it. But like I said, this build is not going to be available in the gallery because I used a lot of custom content. But I am open to rebuilding it and doing it without custom content if you want a CC free build. And also let me know if there's anything you guys would like to see me build, because I do lots of builds on this channel. I have a lot of videos where I've been building, so if there's anything you'd like to see me build, I would definitely be down for that. But I'm really excited to move my 100 baby household into this house. We don't have the Quake Zone lot trait, so going forward, we won't have to worry about random shakiness from the game, which is great. But also, I think that this house is going to be a lifesaver because we don't have to worry about spending a bunch of money to get new beds. And I think that's going to be a lot better. It might save my sanity for the game and for the challenge, but with that, I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel and make sure you have notifications on so you don't miss anything. Be sure to follow my socials. Links are below. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.